What's going on, Broncos country? How's everybody doing? The draft is 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. Look, right now, we're just gonna talk about what the Browns gonna do at 12, cause that's kind of interesting, right? It is. A lot of insiders and people on different people on other platforms, like with their own podcasts, talking about different things. It's trying to say that it's kind of really impossible for the Broncos to move up to number four to pick four or to pick three in the draft to select one of the top passes in this year's draft class. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. I have my own opinion, especially as a diehard Bronco fan. You feel me? Um, it's just a lot to talk about. And I'll be back on here a few more times before the draft, and I'm really thinking on going live this draft again, like I did last year, or going live after the draft. You know what I mean? Cause I'm like I'm trying to picture how I might react if they just trade up and get Drake May. Look, Drake May's my guy. Look, I'm married to a Tar Heel. My wife, she's a Tar Heel fan. But I didn't like Drake May just because she's a Tar Heel fan. I like Drake May because of what Drake May can do, what he does. And a lot of analysts compare Drake May to Justin Herbert or the Josh Allen. I compare Josh Allen to Big Ben. He's a big quarterback. He's a big body quarterback. He can take your hits. He can move. He can run if he needs to. But I just compare him to Big Ben with that big arm. You know what I mean? So that's just my comparison of Drake May. But look, I'm just not stuck on Drake May. I just want the Broncos to draft a quarterback. Any quarterback that they draft in this year's draft, I will be happy with because they took a swing. You know what I mean? They took a swing, and hopefully the swing works out. But if it don't work, swing again in 2025. That's how winning franchises are built. You gotta be able to draft and develop your quarterback. You really got to. The days of to me the days of going to get a quarterback that's already established and he's older. To me, them days are gone because how much time are you gonna have with him when you could just draft a young passer, teach him your system, mold him into your system, mold him into the quarterback that you want him to be, so he can fit your system. You gotta do it the right way. I think Sean Payton, George Payton, and the Warren Penner group, I think they realize that you can't go out and get no more band-aids to put a band-aid on top of a band-aid. Why would you? Used to be a lot of band-aids, right? But that ain't the solution. You got take swings. You know what I mean? John Elway really just couldn't. He couldn't identify a quarterback because I think he envisioned the quarterback to be just like how he was. Big, strong arm. For some reason, John Elway couldn't evaluate quarterbacks. He couldn't get that quarterback position right. No matter how he looked at it, he just couldn't get that quarterback position right. Hopefully, they finally get it right. Look, I'm a firm believer in Sean Payton. And Sean Payton, I trust. George Payton, I still trust him, even though he had, you know, a lot of people blame him for that Russell Wilson move, right? For the Russell Wilson signing. But look, he knew the franchise needed a quarterback. He knew Teddy Bridgewater wasn't the answer. He knew that. Teddy Two Gloves did. I mean, he did all right. He did his thing, but the Broncos still had to lose the season. And then the quarterback he went after had a impeccable record, right? With Seattle, his resume was impeccable. He was on a Hall of Fame journey until he came to the Denver Broncos. You feel me? To the Denver Broncos, and we're this much away from being the Cleveland Browns if they don't get this quarterback position right. I'm looking at a lot of mock drafts. They got Quentin Mitchell at 12. Look, it was a scenario happened in the 2017 NFL draft where Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints were sitting at pick 11 in the 2017 NFL draft. They was waiting on Patrick Mahomes to fall to them at pick 11 in that 2017 NFL draft. But so happens, you got Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs sitting at 24, at pick 24. And then all of a sudden they jump them. They move up from pick 24 all the way to pick 10. One pick ahead of Sean Payton and New Orleans Saints. They didn't see that. They didn't see that shit coming. And took Patrick Mahomes. They didn't see that shit coming. So in this year's draft, 2024 NFL draft, I think I know the Denver Broncos are prepared for any scenario. And for people, all them analysts out there who think that the Broncos can't trade up all the way to pick 4 or all the way to pick 3 to get their guy, I got something for you because they still have ammunition. They still have ammunition. And in 2025, they had a whole allotment of draft picks. And they still got Patrick Surtain. They don't want to trade him. They want to keep him. Who wouldn't? But if a scenario of him, Satan, and them getting a franchise guy, they franchise quarterback, and then see Sean Payne's Sean Payne's tenure with the Denver Broncos is going to be tied to them getting a franchise quarterback. Mind you, he ain't gonna get he ain't gonna get get fired anytime soon. He's not gonna he ain't gonna be nothing like that, none of that stuff. But his future, his tenure with the Denver Broncos, and his future, because Sean Payton is a future head coach. I mean, future Hall of Fame head coach. Yes, he is a future Hall of Fame head coach. But that's why he's getting paid so much. He's the highest paid head coach in the NFL. Jim Harbaugh ain't even, Jim Harbaugh only getting 16 million per year. Sean Payton getting 18 million per year. And they both run the same style of offense. So, Sean Payton trying to get all the dogs. Need his quarterback. They already got theirs in Justin Herbert. Even though Justin Herbert ain't really win nothing, Justin Herbert ain't never win nothing yet. He haven't won nothing. And Sean Payton ain't scared of Jim Harbaugh. Sean Payton just wanted to build this team and his vision. Why you think he got rid of Randy Gregory and Frank Clark last year? And Frank Clark was his choice of signing. He saw that they wasn't buying into what he was trying to do. So be gone. Right? They managed to trade Randy Gregory to San Fran, but they couldn't find a trade suitor for Frank Clark, so they had to release Frank Clark. But it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something to watch. This year's draft is gonna be it's like none other. And then to make it so interesting, the Denver Broncos, they gonna have to hit on these draft picks. Cause Riley Moss is not looking like a starter at cornerback like they projected. You know what I mean? Like after the draft, they like what you project Riley Moss to be, safety or cornerback. Riley Moss gonna play safety? No, he's a cornerback. He's a corner. He's a corner. Now, if he's a corner, why are y'all bringing in Levi Wallace, former Pittsburgh Steelers cornerback, veteran cornerback, in for a workout on Friday? I can still say, yeah, on Friday, right? Why y'all still bringing him in on Friday for a workout? If y'all still believe in Riley Moss or Damari Mathis in that fact, that's something for the dome, something to take notice of. But hey, I'm here for the ride. You know what I mean? I'm here for whatever. Win or lose, still a Bronco fan. Win or lose, still a Bronco fan. Why not be? It's one of the greatest franchises to root for. And look, when the Broncos are good, ain't nothing like some Bronco football. Yes, sir. Gonna end this with my high salute. Though my salute.